Hey guys, it's Arcade and I'm back with another video, and in this one I'm gonna show you new FL Studio 20 tricks that you sent me. So yeah, I asked you guys to send me some FL Studio 20 tricks that we might not know, and you did. I chose my favorites and today I'm gonna show them to you and also give a shout out to the people that sent them. If you wanna be in part 2, make sure to leave your FL Studio 20 tricks in the comments below. Also, this video is brought to you by Skillshare. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about them later. Anyways, now let's get started with the tip number 1. This one comes from Shiteux, I guess that's his name. So if you are in a piano roll and you made your melody, but it's too fast, like this one, and you want to adjust the length, but you don't want to edit each note separately, you can actually just select the whole melody, and you see these two arrows, and you can adjust the length. Now this will adjust it without snapping, but if you hold the Alt key, it will actually snap to the grid, so you can like extend it by half. And now let's have a listen. And we can also shorten it again if we want to. So yeah, pretty cool tip. Let's move to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is about adjusting the minimum and maximum value of an automation clip. So say you have an automation clip, which sounds like this. And you sort of want to keep the same shape of an automation clip, but you don't want the sound to be so cut off at the beginning. So you can just double click the automation clip and increase the minimum value, which sort of means that if we go to Nexus and the cutoff, the lowest point of an automation clip won't be here, but it will be around here or something, you know? So if you change the minimum value, you basically change the lowest point that it can go in the automation clip. So the automation stays the same, but it sounds different now. So let's adjust it. And we can also change the max. So yeah, pretty useful if you wanna be precise at how you automate everything. So those were the 2 tips from Shiteux. Now let's move on to the tip number 3. I actually really like this one. Let's say you make a melody, and it doesn't have to be perfect actually. You can just make a random melody, sort of. So let's say this is it, you know, it sounds like this. So pretty shit, but it doesn't matter because you can press Alt and K and snap the melody to a specific scale. So you can choose your scale, let's say E, and let's just do major. Now it adjusts the notes so they stay in the scale. Now let's hear it now. Okay, and we can adjust it further. So yeah, pretty crazy. You can sort of create these random melodies, and if you are having trouble making melodies, you can try to make your melody, but then you just make sure it snaps to the scale, so if you have any wrong notes there, it will fix them. So you can use this to make random melodies or to fix your melodies. Either way, a pretty cool tip. This one was sent by ADLY Inc. Now let's move on to tip number 4. Now before we continue, let's talk a little bit more about Skillshare. Skillshare is a platform where you can, you guessed it, learn some new skills. So whether it's animation, graphic design, music, marketing, you name it, you'll probably find it on Skillshare. But you are probably most interested in music. So as you can see, there is tons of classes on music production, and these are classes by professionals who really know what they are talking about. We can also search for FL Studio and get classes specifically on how to use FL Studio. Right now, I would recommend this one by Tristanvh, Music Producer Masterclass, Make Electronic Music with FL Studio. So yeah, that one is specifically aimed at electronic music producers, and it takes you through the whole process of how to make electronic music in FL Studio. If you are interested in this class or any other class on Skillshare, check out the link in the description. The first 1,000 people who click the link below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. That means you get access to all of the classes on Skillshare. If you enjoy the free trial, after that the subscription can cost as low as $10 a month. So yeah, check it out, link below, learn some new skills, and now let's get back to the video. Now tip number 4. Tip number 4 comes from Matteoh Beats, or Matteoh Beats. So he mentions a really simple shortcut. If you hover over your note in piano roll, hold Alt and scroll with your mouse wheel, you will change the velocity of the sound, and you can actually hear it as you change it. You can also select multiple notes and do the same. And if you hold Shift and scroll while you're hovering over a note, you will actually move it slightly to one side or another. So yeah, pretty useful. You can sort of use this to make some variations in the melody. Now tip number 5, also by the same person, is if you select your track on channel rack and press Ctrl L, it assigns it to a new mixer track, saves a little bit of time. It's a useful shortcut. But now tip number 6, also by the same person, and this is my favorite actually. So let's say you have a simple drum beat like this, and you are trying a few different snares. Maybe even from different sample packs. And now you might be thinking, I like the first snare the best, but now I don't know which one it was. And you cannot undo changing of samples. Previously, I would just search for the snare and try all of these to find it again. But actually, you can just click on the snare sample. And if you hover over this and right click it, this folder icon, it actually shows you the previous snares, the sample history pretty much, that you had on there. So you can find it once again. Really cool tip that I didn't know about, so thank you for that. This is really useful when you sometimes accidentally change a sample, or when you're working with a lot of different samples and then you want to switch to the one you originally had in there. So yeah, thanks a lot. Now let's move on to the next tip, which is tip number 7. This one comes from DJ May. And basically, if you are using any third-party plugin, you know that if you right-click the knobs you want to automate, it doesn't work. But what you can do is just move it, go to Tools, Last Tweaked, and create automation clip. And it actually creates the automation clip of whatever you moved last in your plugin. So yeah, really cool tip that you can use pretty much all the time. Tip number 8, this one is by Tristanvh. It's about combining multiple patterns into one. So let's say you have a bunch of patterns in your project and you sort of want to combine some of them because they make sense together. So you can just select them by holding Ctrl and Shift and selecting, and then press Ctrl G, and you will have one pattern. You still have both separately, but now in the song, you have the one that you combined in one piece. This actually goes the other way as well. If you select this pattern, you can right click it and choose Split by Channel, and now you have it separately again. So that was sort of tip number 8 and 9. Now the last tip, tip number 10, comes from ADLY, and he says instead of doing complex hi-hats, just do a simple rhythm like this. Then put the gross beat on the sound and try a few different presets. Yeah, that works actually, really useful, especially for like trap beats and hip hop, but also you can use it anywhere. So yeah, thanks for all the tips. Now let's hear what we actually created here, just for fun. Oh yeah, what a banger. Anyways, thank you for all the tips that you submitted. Make sure to do more in the comments below and you can be mentioned in my next video. Also, you can check out all of these guys who gave me these tips in the description below. So yeah, maybe support them on their channels if you find the tips useful. And make sure to check out Skillshare, learn some new skills, improve your FL Studio knowledge. The first 1,000 people who click the link will get a free trial. So try it out and see for yourself. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.